Apologies in advance for my voice in this video. I'm a bit under the weather at the moment. My throat has been really sore for about a full week now, so it's kind of hard to talk right now. So instead of resting my voice, I decided to record a video with a script that's 1,000 words long. But this is something I had to talk about because the day is finally here. Pigs are flying, hell is freezing over, and 2023 will be a year without Call of Duty. Jason Schreier wrote an article for Bloomberg that gave us all of the details. The long and the short of it is that after this year's release of the Modern Warfare 2 reboot, Treyarch's Call of Duty will be delayed a full year until 2022. And to fill a gap in the year 2023, Activision will be updating Modern Warfare 2 for another year, and according to an Activision spokesperson, quote, "We'll have an exciting slate of premium and free-to-play Call of Duty experiences for this year, next year, and beyond." I'll leave a link to the full article in the description if you want to read it for yourself, but what I'm going to talk about in this video is what this means for us as Zombies players. As a whole, this is going to be a good move for the franchise. Regardless of whether you buy COD for the campaign, multiplayer, zombies, or anything in between, it's pretty obvious that the games have been underdeveloped at best and entirely unfinished at worst for a while now. Taking Vanguard as an example, the campaign is pretty good for the most part, but is about half the length it needs to be. The multiplayer has so many busted mechanics it would give Cyberpunk a run for its money. Thankfully, EA and DICE took a look at the glitches in Vanguard and said, hold my beer. And, well, we don't need to talk about the zombies now, do we? Taking an extra year to continue developing the game will mean more content, more polished content, and content that's more thought through and developed. All good things with the only trade-off of time. So hopefully when Treyarch's next game comes out in 2024, we'll have a zombies mode that can rival the amount of content we saw in a game like Black Ops 4. Now I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on that game, and while it's definitely not my favorite entry, the amount of content on launch was exceptional. The quality was a little questionable since they strayed away from the core mechanics of the last 4 games, but that was the last time the zombies team at Treyarch had a full development cycle and a sizable budget. So hopefully this extra time can give them the time needed to match what they did in a game like Black Ops 3 or 4. So that's what we should expect and hope for the future, but what about right now? Well, right now the current zombies game is Vanguard. Not many people like that game at all, and the next title of Zombies was just pushed back another year. So we're going to get some content through the rest of Vanguard, and after that, the only thing we know is happening is Modern Warfare 2, which won't have any zombies, and then the gap year where nothing is official. So we could potentially be looking at a 3-year gap between the release of Forsaken and Cold War and the launch of the next Treyarch title in 2024, which would be the longest content drought for zombies in the history of the game mode. So, not exactly ideal. However, a lot of speculation and leakers are hinting at and hoping for the possibility of some extra zombies content releasing sometime either in the gap year or during Modern Warfare 2's life cycle. Everything surrounding this is unconfirmed, but there's been some talk from some prominent leakers that work has been done on a Zombie Chronicles 2 and even a standalone zombies title in the recent past. So it isn't completely out of the question that we see one or even both of these released in the next few years. If that's the case, I wonder how much that will affect the development of the next Treyarch title. I mean, it doesn't help give the developers more time if they have to spend some of that time making content for another game, which has been the problem the past few years. But if what I understand is accurate, the work is already mostly done and Activision is just holding onto it for a situation just like this. In either case, I'm not putting too much stock into these leaks just because that's exactly what they are. They're leaks. Even if these things are in development, that doesn't mean we'll ever see them. So until then, I don't really care. I'll be happily surprised if anything happens, but until then, I'm not expecting anything. Part of that is because of the unconfirmed status of these leaks, but the other part, and the most important part, is because 2023 is the year Microsoft will have taken control of Activision, at least assuming the deal doesn't get shot down by federal regulators. I've already made a full video on the subject when it happened. I'll put a link to it in the description if you need to check it out. So assuming that deal goes through, and assuming Activision doesn't release the leaked content before the deal goes through, Microsoft can do whatever they want with that content and the next full Treyarch game. They can delay it even further, cancel the whole thing, and shelf Call of Duty indefinitely, or anything they may want to. So to say the future of the zombies game mode is up in the air is quite the understatement. But those are just my thoughts. Of course, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video where hopefully my voice is not completely shot. Take care.